What's up, guys? Carnage here, and let's check out Dungeon Defenders Awakened on Xbox. This game is published and developed by Chromatic Games, and it releases on March 17th, 2021 for a price of $29.99. So Dungeon Defenders Awakened is essentially a remaster or a reawakening of the original Dungeon Defenders. And I really enjoyed the first Dungeon Defenders a lot. It was one of my favorite Xbox 360 live arcade games back in the day. It also was on Steam and other platforms, of course, as well. And then they also did a Dungeon Defenders 2, which was a free-to-play game, and that was alright. But I'm glad they went back to the roots with this. So essentially, like I was saying, this is basically the first game with a lot more new stuff as well added in, and updated visuals and other things that you'd expect. Now, the cool part here I do want to mention is even though it's by Chromatic Games, this company is actually a lot of the same development team from Trendy Entertainment who worked on the original Dungeon Defenders. So the game is in good hands, I'm here to tell you that, and I'm enjoying it so far. Really a great game. It has a lot of depth to it. I'm going to get into all of that and explain more about the game here. First of all, I do want to mention a shout out to my friend TG Fireflex. I'm playing with him. He is from In-Depth Gaming, and we've done some collabs before. And here's another one that we're doing, playing some co-op in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. But yeah, a little bit more about the game itself. So the game is an action role-playing tower defense game. A lot of genres mixed together, obviously, but it's a lot of fun. It works surprisingly well, and it's quite addicting, especially in the online co-op. You could play up to 4 players online, and it really is a team-focused game. You can play solo, of course, if you want, but it's really built for co-op gameplay. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm going to explain some more details. There's a lot going on here. Obviously, it's going to be a little overwhelming to explain everything, but I'm going to do my best to show you guys what's going on here. So, as you can see, we're both using the warrior at that point, but during a wave you can switch character, and you can have actually 4 characters in your deck at any time. So, of course, there, if you saw it briefly, I did have the monk and the huntress, the knight or the squire, and another character as well. And here I'm putting the towers down. So this is obviously the tower defense section of it, where before a wave you're able to put down different turrets or blockades, and each character has their own towers and their own abilities and everything. So if you look at the bottom right, those are the tower types, or in the wheel, you can see now I'm picking the harpoon tower. And it lets you place it and also rotate the range of where you want to have it aiming at, obviously. Pretty self-explanatory, as you can see there. We're also getting some more money. The top left of the screen, there's green crystals. Those are the currency, in-game currency, of course. But that is how you place your turrets and stuff down. You have to spend money for that, but yeah, there's how to do that. And it took 80 coins away that time, as you see in the top left. I'm only left with 22 because it looks like Fire was going a little crazy building stuff. But we share the money. They give you each a chest to build some stuff. But anyway, as you can see, you could also upgrade or sell towers or repair them, move them around as well, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. They changed some controls around from the first Dungeon Defender, so I was just getting reacclimated with it. But here, the enemies are coming out. It's Wave 2. You could also walk around on the map. You can have the map open and even attack, as you could tell there. And you can see all the enemies on the map as well. So it lets you know where they're coming from, what door. Even before the wave, they show you how many are coming out of each door and what types of enemies. Everything is pretty laid out pretty well and visibly. Of course, there we're just getting the little crystals, the little gems, and those are adding to our currency so we can buy more towers and stuff. Now, during the wave, of course, that's the action and RPG elements. They are dropping all sorts of loot, and we're able to pick that up, and it does actually help your stats, as you can see here. Now, I am rambling a lot, but as you can tell, there you can either equip it directly, or you can just grab it and equip it later, or take a look at it, sell it, upgrade it. There's tons of depth here with the RPG elements, like I was saying. And with level up screen, I will take a look at that in a bit, but you're able to put stats into your character as well, more role-playing goodness. And here, if you're looking closely, you can see me switching characters before the wave. In this game, I don't think you could change character during the wave. Now here we're in the menu, in the inventory screen. So you can see I have a bunch of loot already. A lot of it is crap, but you can see there's the ones with the green arrow are better than what I already had equipped. So it easily lets you know if you don't want to look at all of the stats and determine it directly, although you can inspect item individually if you want to. So there is that option. Now, also we'll take a look at the stat screen by pressing right trigger in a bit here. I think I go to that just in a little bit. I just want to make sure I get everything equipped that I can. And you could also level up multiple characters at the same time as if you have them in your deck. You could have 4 characters in your deck, and a little pro tip, they all level up at the same time. So that's pretty useful. I actually don't think I leveled up my stats there. Maybe I already did it before, but anyway, all good. There are also more things that you get as you level up full, progression. So I'm level 10 on the top left there. You can see on my character. Of course, the red bar is my health, and the blue bar is my mana, or mana, however you want to say it technically. And you can see it's showing me where I want to put my tower. You can rotate it if you want to, or you can, obviously, it won't let me put it anywhere. You have to wait until it's green. And there's also a lot more stats in the top right of the screen that will show you the enemies, the wave that it is, and the time until the next wave. Obviously, there's tons of stuff in this game to learn, but it's really easy to get started. The tutorial does a good job as well. I did skip the tutorial here in this gameplay, but I did do the video, not on the video, but I did the tutorial ahead of time, and it is a very well-made tutorial. It's very interactive, and they'll explain stuff as you go. And aside from that, it's pretty self-explanatory to get the basics down, I will say. To be fair, I don't remember doing a lot of the tutorial. It was pretty quick, but it was enough to know what to do. Now, the other thing is, I will say, I did play a lot of the original one, so I understand the main mechanics. They did change a couple controls around, but for the most part, everything was pretty similar. So here we're starting the next wave, and I went with my knight character, but I do want to switch to my huntress to show you guys. I've been leveling her up with DPS. That's kind of the way I've been building it. So with him, I've been upgrading my towers and going with like a more powerful tower build for him, although his main attacks for me are not great. But Fireflex, on the other hand, this is how we're doing a good cooperation focus, is he is focusing on his knight's attack power and stuff like that, while I'm putting my DPS into my huntress, my ranged character right now. So I will switch to that in a bit here, but and each tower that you put down, you can upgrade those. You can make them stronger. You could sell them if you want and change the layout. There's tons of options, tons of customization, and no one way to do a level, basically. Now, of course, there's a lot of modes and stuff I want to get into and explain. We're on medium difficulty, and there are actually new difficulties added that weren't even in the original game. There's also a multitude of modes that have different variety. Like, for instance, there are ones where you only have towers itself called pure strategy, and you have to just not even attack that. You can't even attack normally. You have to just watch your towers and set them up in the right way to, hopefully beat the level. There's also the opposite of that, where it's no towers allowed, and it's just straight up action RPG and no tower defense. There's even modes where it's only flying enemies and explosive enemies, kamikazes coming at you. They change it up a lot. There's a lot of different variety in the different modes, and I think you could play any of those levels in the game on any of the modes. So there's a lot to do, a lot of difficulty levels that you can change. Like I said, right now we're playing on medium just to start out. But in the game itself, there are actually 15 or 20 maps. I'm not exactly sure, but each of those maps, like I mentioned, you can play on different difficulties and different variants of them. So there's a ton of replay value in this game, and there's a lot of depth overall. It's just, like I was saying, it can be a little overwhelming, but early on they teach you the basics and you'll get accustomed to it, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about the game and go on forever. I'm already rambling a lot. I knew I would in this game because I love this game. I gotta say, I was so happy when they announced that Dungeon Defenders Awakened was coming out, like a reimagining of the first game. Because the first was still, I still enjoyed it more than Dungeon Defenders 2, in my opinion. I even got all the achievements in the first game, almost all of them in the second one. I'll have to go back, but by the way, speaking of achievements, I will say this achievement list is going to be insanely long and challenging, but I'm happy. A lot to do. You have to beat the game on different difficulties, do all sorts of leveling up to 100 with different characters, finding all sorts of loot and rare items, and accruing a bunch of gold, like millions and millions. There's a lot to do. There's just a ton of variety and stuff you can do in this game. The enemy types, vary. You'll start off with some basic knights and archers here, as you can see. There'll be bosses, ogres, dragons, you name it, they got it. Medieval type of enemies, as you can imagine. There's just so much about this game. I don't want to spoil too much about it. I want to leave you guys with the gameplay of me and Fireflex. Like I said, if you haven't already checked out TG Fireflex, who I'm playing with here in co-op, go check out their channel as well and give them a subscribe if you haven't already. They are on In-Depth Gaming on YouTube, and they're also putting out a lot of great content. They're going to be covering this game as well. They should have a video up soon also. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave you with that and let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay of the first. This is the first level and the second level I'm going to have in this video also. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the game. If you do, feel free to pick it up. I'll leave a store link page there. It is available for pre-order, and by the time you see this video, it should be available to buy as well. So yeah, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Great co-op game. I can't recommend it enough. I'll probably be doing more videos for this in the future too. So stay tuned for more content from this game and other games. Excuse me there. I'm losing my voice because I'm so excited and rambling on about this game forever. But anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up for now, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the content here. I'm going to have a lot more stuff on the way, so I appreciate all your support, guys, and I'll see you next time.